Europe is looking at a harsh winter this year. Russia's chokehold on Europe's crucial gas supplies is tightening by the day. Meanwhile, soaring energy prices continues to exacerbate the cost of living crisis across Europe. The simmering discontent among the people has begun to manifest over the socio-political landscape all over Europe. But first, take a look at these visuals. The visuals on your screen are from France. The lights on public buildings in the French city of Lille have been turned off. Temperatures in most public buildings and pools are also set to be lowered. The measures come as France intensifies its bid to reduce energy consumption. A reminder, the winter is near and energy prices continue to soar. Across the Channel, the new Prime Minister of the UK, Liz Truss, capped soaring consumer energy bills for 2 years on Thursday.
Earlier this week, I promised I would deal with the soaring energy prices faced by families and businesses across the UK. And today I am delivering on that promise. This government is moving immediately to introduce a new energy price guarantee that will give people certainty on energy bills. It will curb inflation and boost growth. This guarantee, which includes a temporary suspension of green levies, means that from the 1st of October, a typical household will pay no more than £2,500 per year for each of the next 2 years while we get the energy market back on track.
The price cap is a part of the package aimed to limit the economic shock of the war in Ukraine. Estimates suggest it could cost the country more than $115 billion. The priority accorded to energy bills by the new UK Prime Minister is noteworthy. But the pain of the rising energy prices is pinching the Europeans, and the issue is now pushing the leaders to assuage their constituencies. Now, energy prices are also a key concern for people in Sweden as the country goes to polls on Sunday. Current Prime Minister Magdalena Andersson has promised to provide $23 billion in liquidity guarantees to electricity companies. This comes amid a spiraling cost of living crisis that has seen costs of essential food items rise by close to 25%. Meanwhile, leader of the opposition, Ulf Kristersson, of the Moderate Party, has proposed using more nuclear power in response to the soaring electricity bills. Now, Kristersson argues that had Sweden not shut down those power plants, it would have been self-serving in terms of energy production. Hence, the country wouldn't have to import any electricity from abroad, and consequently, the prices wouldn't have soared as much after the war. Sweden Democrats have also criticized the country's decision to close nuclear plants. They have called it one of the biggest political mistakes of modern times. Europe's fourth largest economy, Italy, also goes to the polls later this month. Energy and cost of living crisis remains a key issue here as well. The centre-right coalition dominated by Brothers of Italy has proposed cutting back on essential items and energy. Another key promise is renegotiating Italy's EU recovery plan to take account of the surging prices and encouraging employers to offer energy vouchers to workers. Italy's Democratic Party, on the other hand, has pledged to increase renewable energy. It has also promised providing free or low-cost electricity from renewable sources to low and medium-income families. Meanwhile, sources say the Greek Prime Minister is also set to announce a further funding to cushion the impact of an energy crisis and soaring inflation on the nation's households. Greece has already spent about €8 billion to subsidize power bills since last year. Helped by strong growth thanks to better than expected tourism revenue this year, the government has decided to use any additional fiscal room to fund power bill subsidies. The current Greek Prime Minister also faces a parliamentary election in 2023. Where polls aren't near, the people have started taking to the streets to vent their anger. Now, these images are from last Saturday, where thousands of people came onto the streets of Prague. They want the government to chart an independent course and struck an independent deal with Russia so that the energy. Similar protests were seen in a few other European countries.
WION, now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.